Hi, I'm Lisa Butterworth. I'm a henna artist based here in Brooklyn, New York. My business name is Kenzie, so a lot of people call me Kenzie, but I answer to Lisa or Kenzie. Well, I used to live in Morocco, and I used to be married to a Moroccan, and so we go back every year, and then one year he said, oh, let's get henna done, and it was the first time I'd ever had it done, and it just blew my mind. And then when I came back to the States, a friend of mine was bugging me to learn how to do it, so I figured I'm gonna try and see if I can do it. I'm artistic. And I just started doing it. So I'm self-taught, but I would go back to Morocco pretty regularly and get tips from the local artists and study their techniques. So I'm self-taught, but helped a lot by Moroccan artists.
And when did you start studying?
I started about 20 years ago. And then after about 3 months, I decided, okay, I'm ready to go pro.
And what has been one of your favorite experiences in your 20 years?
Oh my goodness. I've just had so many amazing experiences. Henna has opened up a lot of experiences for me. I think writing the book about Moroccan henna was my favorite experience just because I got to delve into it so deeply, and it's something I'm really passionate about. So it was very exciting to spend so much time on something I'm passionate about.
Do you have a typical client of yours?
Do I have a typical client? Probably a Brooklyn woman in her late 20s, mid 30s maybe. Race kind of all over the board, but yeah, just somebody who's traveled and is intelligent and curious.
And henna is traditionally used for wedding ceremonies, and what other kind of ceremonies?
It's used for wedding ceremonies and also for holidays, and also anytime you want like a pick-me-up. So like in Morocco, sometimes your friends will just throw a little henna party for you. Like if you're feeling down or you're having trouble at work or something, they'll just do something like that to cheer you up. So it's for happy occasions for the most part.
And what are some things that people who don't know anything about henna should know?
That it's not a tattoo. I don't use that word for henna because it's temporary and it's an art unto itself, and tattoo has its own art. So I like to separate those two things. And also that henna stains a reddish brown that is compatible with every single skin color. It looks gorgeous on every skin color.
And what is henna made of?
Henna is made of henna. So henna is an Arabic word, and it refers to the plant as well as the art. And it's a bush, and it can grow several meters tall, and they just pick the leaves, dry them, and grind them into a powder. And then I take that powder, mix it with water, sugar, and essential oils, and that makes the paste that I then use a cone to apply to the skin.
And how long does it take for the process of creating a henna design?
It really depends on the time, the size, and the complexity of the design, but like a bride can take anywhere from 3 to 6 hours.
And that's a full body design?
Well, it's both sides of both hands and like pretty full coverage of the feet. That would be like a 6-hour session for a bride.
And the darker the ink takes to dry, the longer the stain lasts, correct?
Yeah, the longer the paste stays on, the darker the stain will be and the longer it will last.
And what's some things people should be aware of when they're getting a henna design? Like don't touch it, don't move around too much?
Yeah, don't touch it. So if you do it on your hands or your feet, you only have to leave the paste on for 6 hours. Then you scrape the paste off, and then you don't get it wet for another 6 hours. So basically you're looking at not washing your hands for 12 hours. If you do it anywhere on your torso, you need to do that 12 and 12. So 12 with the paste on, and then 12 with no water. So that's 24 hours.
And what are the type of designs that you'll typically see when seeing a henna drawing?
It really depends. Every artist has their specialty, and my specialty is Moroccan, but I can do pretty much any style design. But I think probably more indicative is that I just like to break the rules. So I'll start doing Moroccan and then start mixing in other things and do a kind of fusion.
And what are the main styles of henna drawing besides Moroccan?
I would say Moroccan and Indian. There's also Gulf designs, which are a lot more open, a lot more skin showing through, and very floral and flowy, and like ribbons and stuff. Those are kind of the 3 main ones, but there's so many other styles developing. Like there are a couple of different Russian, what we call Russian styles, or like Eastern European styles that are very distinctive to that region, and just different styles develop as cultures cross-pollinate.
And what would you say is one of your favorite techniques to play with?
I don't know. I love the feel of drawing henna on skin, and it really, I don't really have any favorite technique. I just like sitting with somebody, co-creating a design, and just like letting it come out.
So obviously henna has a lot of traditional roots, but have you ever done any non-traditional designs using henna ink?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
For example?
I've done some designs like fish scales and waves and stuff on a belly dancer. I've done a lot of things where people want to do a tattoo trial, so they're getting a tattoo and they want to do it in henna first just to see how they feel about having henna on their bodies. So I think it's more men who want the non-traditional stuff on like non-traditional body parts. So they'll get it like on the torso or on the arm, whereas the women tend to want it more on their hands and their feet.
So they want the more traditional style, or they just want those areas to stick?
The women, I don't know, it's a little bit of, it's kind of even between traditional, and also I don't really do anything super traditional because I'm always fusing things.
Have you noticed any changes in henna design since you started originally? Like, has there been any changes in styles or fashions?
Well, and, for me, when I first started in New York, there was this idea that henna was a tattoo. So people would ask for tattoo style designs and they wanted tattoo type placements. And they kept thinking that henna would come in all these different colors. So a lot of my early years was spent making that difference, educating people about the difference between henna and tattoo, and how henna had its own aesthetic and tattoo has their aesthetic, and encouraging people to allow me to create the more traditional stuff, the more henna style designs. And so now I rarely get people asking for those tattoo type designs. They want henna designs. And I'm even getting requests from people to design tattoos that look like henna. So I feel like it's kind of flipped the game now.